USDA truck. We're going to work on deploying the jacks, which is going to be the first step for setup for the vehicle. You want to go to your DC power bay, which is where all your batteries are located, as well as your DC disconnect switch. The first step to deploying the jacks of the vehicle is to trip the DC disconnect lever. It's located back here in the left-hand corner of the vehicle. Turn that on. Pull your bay light. Make sure that you got DC current flowing through. On the right-hand corner of the bay, you have multiple breakers. You want to make sure that all of those are pushed up in the lock position. They should not be down unless they have tripped, but it's something to double check for in a troubleshooting position. We now know that we have DC current flowing, and we're okay to move forward to the power bay. In the DC power bays, you're going to notice that there are 7 batteries. There's a battery system for both the box as well as the chassis. Those can be tied together with a jump start switch in case of a dead battery. A neat feature that we want to touch on today is going to be the jump start system that G&A has incorporated into the USDA vehicle. In the top left-hand corner of the DC bay, you're going to notice a switch that's labeled off, on, and jump start. That switch is so that you can charge both the box batteries and the chassis batteries at the same time. Or let's say in a troubleshooting situation you have a dead chassis battery, you can turn the jump start switch from off to on, and that'll tie in all 7 batteries and help the chassis to get started. Now the key feature to this is also tied into the night service. If you have the night service plugged in and charge both the box batteries and the chassis batteries with the jump start switch. So we move forward of the truck into the power bay system bay. Down in the bottom right hand corner, you'll notice the equalizer jack system control panel. First step is to power it on, and then you can hit auto level. It's going to automatically level the vehicle so that it's in an operating position to open the expander. Alright, now that the jack system is deployed and the vehicle is stable, we're ready to operate the expanding side system. The first step of that is you're going to want to make sure that the lock-out mechanisms are in the upright position, such as shown. This is so that the 3-point roller latch that locks the expanding side system out during productions and shows does not get caught and broken by the expando as it travels out. The second step to this will be to take the supplied church key handle, remove the pin, insert the handle, bring it down in a clockwise position to unlock the expanding side system. Once you do this on both ends of the expando, you're now ready to operate the expanding side system. Once we have the expanding side system unlocked, we're ready to come back over to the power bay system and operate the expando motor breaker, which is located in the upper left-hand corner of the power system. Once this breaker is initialized, you're now ready to walk back around to the other side of the vehicle and operate opening the expanding side. Located in the belly bay system next to the generator, you're going to find a yellow control panel. There's a small breaker on a gray box located on the left-hand side of the bay. Ensure that that breaker is turned on. You're now ready to operate the expanding side system with the open and close button. If we happen to have a failure of the electric drive system of the expanding side, what you want to do is come to your manual overdrive system, which is located right here to the right-hand side of the drivetrain. You'll notice a 1/2-inch drive socket is welded to the expando drive shaft. This can be operated with a typical 1/2-inch drive automotive type of ratchet so that the expando can be operated manually. Once the expando is deployed fully out into the out position, you need to come around to both sides of the expando, make sure to throw the lockout mechanism to ensure that the expando is fully locked out in its outward position. And on that side. On both ends of the expando. Alright. Once the expando is deployed and locked out in its operating position, you want to come upstairs, and the next point is to remove the bracket that secures the expanding side floor for stowage and travel. There's a small pin on the back side. You remove that pin, remove the twist down knob. You can then release the expanding side floor for deployment. Got it. Here you can see the platform for the stairs and the handrails in its storage position to access the man doors on the opposite side of the vehicle. To remove the platform, you have a small thumb screw here in the middle of the platform. Turn it counterclockwise to remove the thumb screw, and then the platform will come unhooked, be deployed to the stair and doorway of your choosing. Here you can see the stairs in their storage position for travel down the road. Once the platform is deployed and in place, you can then remove the stairs, deploy them as well, set up your handrails, and you're ready to access the interior of the vehicle. To get the stairs off, you're going to want to release the padlock, bolt, zip tie, or whatever the USDA chooses to hold the stairs in their storage position. Once that's released, you can take the stairs to their deployment position of the door you're choosing. Here you can see the stairs, platforms, and handrails all in their deployed and operational position, ready to be used and to access the vehicle. Once the vehicle is fully deployed, you have your stairs, your handrails, and everything set up. Expand those out in the operating position, jacks are down. You want to move on to powering up the power system. Here we're going to show how to power up the shore power system. The first step is you want to consult your electrician to find out what type of voltage you have coming in from the house electricity. Maybe 200, maybe 208, maybe 220. They should be able to give you a good idea of what you have coming in. Once you determine that, go ahead and plug in your connectors in the sequence of ground, neutral, and then finally your hot leg will be your last hookup. Once the power connections are made, check your meter up here in the top right hand corner. It'll give you a voltage reading of what is coming in from the house electric. From there you can determine your tap select. They may tell you that it's 208 volts coming out. With so much power cord, it may be 202. If that's the case, you want to set to 200. If you're at 208, you want to go ahead and go to 210. Just have to adjust accordingly and go to the closest tap select, which confers with the incoming electricity. Once you have done that, you're ready to move the tap selector to the shore position. This is going to give you voltage to the main disconnect switch. Once the disconnect switch is powered up, go ahead and throw that switch up, and you're ready to move to the interior of the vehicle and power it up from inside. Now that we've learned how to power up the truck on shore power, we're going to move to generator power. Basically, a few less steps, but the same process. Make sure that your input selector is turned to generator. Make sure that your tap select is also turned to 240 volts. It is also labeled generator. At that point in time, you can come up. You want to hold your glow plug switch on for a second to give your diesel generator time to warm up. After that, lift and hold the start button. The generator is going to power up. At this point, we're already on input selection, 240 volts again. Go ahead and throw our main disconnect breaker. We're now powered up upstairs. Make sure that we turn on the inverters, the water tank heater, as well as the inverter toggle. We're all powered up, ready to move upstairs to the interior power panel. Moving into the interior power-up procedure. For ease of operation, you can go into the equipment cubbyhole, and there's a DC lighting system that's on a timer in there. That'll help you to illuminate the area in which you're going to work. By turning the timer, we now have 30 minutes to complete any tasks that we want to accomplish inside the vehicle. After 30 minutes, that light will turn off on the timer as to not run down the batteries. Move into the bathroom here where your power panel is located. You're powered up downstairs, your voltages are correct. So you can move forward with throwing the main breaker in the power panel. Now that the main breaker's on, we can proceed with turning on all the breakers inside the panel that are desired. Now that we have all of our AC breakers turned on, we can move forward with turning on the DC and inverter